Hi, I'm George Weigel. Welcome to my winter season tips. Let's see what's going on this week. I'm at McCurdy's tree farm this week near Dillsburg, and like a lot of Christmas tree operations, it's going to be a madhouse very shortly because right after Thanksgiving is the day everyone wants to start buying the Christmas trees for that 3-week period that runs into about mid-December. Now this year it's as early as possible because Thanksgiving shows up on the 22nd, so the day after is when everyone starts to buy their trees. Which means you're going to have to be careful to make sure you get the freshest tree this year because you'll have that extra time until we get the whole way to Christmas this year. Now the best way to do it, to get a fresh tree, is to go out and cut your own at a Christmas tree farm. That way you can pick your own, you can look around and make a fun day of it with the family, because that's a tradition that's making a bit of a comeback. One way to find out is to go on christmastrees.org, good website that'll tell you what tree farms are near you. We do have a lot of them in central PA, so it's a good thing to do and support local farmers while you're at it too. But if you buy a cut tree already, that's where you have to be a little more careful because you're not quite sure when those trees were cut or where they came from. So whatever place you go to, the first thing I'd ask a seller would be how long ago were these trees cut, where'd you get them from? You want to be careful. If they were cut weeks ago and came the whole way from the West Coast, they may not hold up quite as long until you get to Christmas time. I like to go out daylight. If you go at night, it might be a nice atmosphere, but you can't get as good a look at the tree because you want to watch the color. You know, make sure the color of the tree is good. A tree that's drying will kind of have that dull look to it, so make sure it's good, vibrant color. The second thing to look for is the needles. Now, if you do this to a tree, rub your fingers on it and they're falling off, or if you see a lot of brown toward the tip, that's a bad sign. It's normal though, when you look inside the tree, if you do see some browning needles falling off from the inside, that's normal. Those are older needles, they're going to drop, that's okay, they'll just shake right off and it's not a problem. But you do want to make sure the tips are fresh and green. The most important thing though is to keep the tree watered. When you cut it, one of the first things you want to do when you get home is take a cut off the bottom, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Whether you cut your own tree or you buy a live one, one of the first things you should do before putting your tree in the stand is to cut a sliver off here. I'm with Mark McCurdy here. He's going to show us how to take that nice fresh cut off the end. How do you do it there, Mark?
We could use a bow saw, or what we recommend, just take a 1/2 to a 1/4 inch and work through it like that, and gives you a nice fresh cut.
Okay, that's ready to go in the stand. Some people have a hole drilled in there too for their pin stands, but whichever type of stand you use, make sure it's big enough so you get enough water in there. And it's really important to watch that tree to make sure the reservoir never goes dry, because you want to keep the tree hydrated, keep the water going up in there. That fresh cut helps. So happy Christmas tree shopping, and next week we're going to take a look at what are some of the best trees for Christmas trees. So see you next week on PennLive.com.